Hello everyone, this is the FPL trio. I am Pulkit, and as always, I am joined by my co-hosts Daniel and Michael. Daniel, how's the morning today?
Everything great morning. Happy to be here again for the second edition of this team review. And yeah, excited to continue with the FPL journey. What about you, Michael? How are you? How was your day?
Yeah, pretty good. A lot of work, but now we have time to review game week 2. So definitely excited for that. How are you going, Pulkit?
Yeah, going good as well. Excited to review Game Week 2 with you guys. So let's start with it. Of course, starting with Daniel. It's in alphabetical order. Well, let's go for it, Daniel.
Yeah, for sure. So I had a great game week. I hit 100 points total, and I did not have Holland, which I think is a feat. Obviously, as we can see here, my midfield carried the most load, Son, perfect captaincy option, and then Salah, Pete, Ben Smith through, and Gordon each with 10 points, and finally Palmer with 3 assists, and the goal to his name at 7 points. Isaac Blank, hopefully he can add that drop in the game. And then Trent and Joya both got clean sheets. And Joya actually, I think he got 10 points, not 9. But yeah, he got added that extra bonus at the end. So yeah, pretty great week overall. I jumped to 132K in overall rank. I was at like 1.9 million before. So yeah, excited to build on that and to hopefully keep those green arrows flowing in.
Yeah, nice. Did you expect yourself to be close to the 100K this early in the season?
No, no. After Haaland scored his hat trick because they played early in the game week. So when he
Yeah.
was scoring his first, second, third, it was I was kind of, I'm like, oh, damn, it's not going to go well for me. But then Son scored a couple, and then the rest of our midfield all returns. So, no, honestly, I'm pretty happy with that, even though it came as a surprise. But it showed that, you don't need Haaland to get a good game week. Obviously, there's also some luck involved in it. But yeah, still, we moved.
Yeah, I'd also say that Son starting as a number 9 was also quite a good thing that happened in this case. He may do the same with Richarlison or Solanke up top, but Son up top is really, really good. I hope it continues like that. And similarly with Palmer, no one expected Nkunku to get dropped, but I'm not
He,
sure how much that affects Palmer.
he played centrally, so that was very good for her.
All right, let's look at your bus team. You have already made your transfers.
I have made my transfer on Saturday night actually because I thought Solaki was gonna draw, but he didn't. So I got Watkins and Diogo Jota. So yeah, I've seen enough of Son. I'm like, you know what? Thanks for your service, sir. But I transferred him out. He has Newcastle and Arsenal next to. So I got Diogo Jota in, and then Watkins might be kind of a controversial pick. Everyone's actually transferred him out, but I think with Leicester, Ipswich, Wolves, and Southampton, their next four, he's going under the radar. He should be performing really well. He didn't have a preseason, so he didn't play much, but he should have scored versus Arsenal, and he's going to be able to do more in the next 4 game weeks. So I would say he's my differential, even though he's like 30% off right now. Yeah, I used both my transfers, so now I start accumulating again.
Yep, yeah. And with Son, do you expect him to hurt you? Because, I mean, his record against the top teams is actually slightly even better, maybe, than
Yes,
the bottom team.
I wish I knew that before I transferred them out, but right now I'm just gonna hide them behind my couch. But again, I mean, Son, if I'm not mistaken, he's less than 10% owned. So as a player, he was a differential anyways. So I wouldn't say he's gonna hurt us that much if he does perform really well. But again, we're still like nearing back and Richardson possibly an option also. I don't like up again.
Yeah.
Just Newcastle.
Yeah, exactly. That depends on his position as well with Son.
Yeah, sorry, just one last thing. Palmer is my captain, but that may alternate between him, even Salah or Watkins. I think I'm pretty set on Palmer, but we shall see.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. Then moving to Michael.
Yeah. So for this week, it was not a great week. Henderson losing that clean sheet late in the second half. And then my defense with Burn and Davis not really going great, and Trent the only one getting a return. My midfield, it was half. Salah and Son got me good returns, but my differential in Kamara came off the bench, as did that Victor, which was a surprise to me because I thought he would be starting at least on the left, if not starting, Jackson coming off instead. But that didn't work out the way I thought. And my front three, well, I thought Muniz and Isaac would score a goal against opponent lesser teams, but that didn't work out. And Armstrong getting that yellow card, which made him only get one. So my overall rank did go down to about 7.4 million, but it's only game week 2. There's 36 game weeks ahead. So we'll see how it goes.
Yes, definitely agree with you. Michael, do you think maybe you could have played Gordon?
So the reason why I benched Gordon was because he had a very bad away record last season. So I thought that I would be benching him. He would get a 2 or 3, while Isaac, he usually is fixture proof away or at home.
Yeah.
But that didn't work out well. And let's just say I was very, very upset when Infinity came on.
Yeah.
When Chelsea was, I think, 6-2 up. I mean, I did not see the logic in that. So let's just say I've already traded him out.
Yeah, I also was surprised to see Nkunku and Kamada benched. That was a bit unlucky. But let's see your bus team now that you have mentioned the transfers.
So this is my bus team here. As you can see, I've made 2 transfers. I have bought in Palmer and also Smith Rowe while taking out Nkunku and Kamada. So with this team here, basically I'm trying to stack my midfield and try to replicate what Daniel had last week and see if I can get some match fix. But in my defense, Michaelenko should, I know Everton has probably the worst defense so far this season, but they're playing at home against Bournemouth, and I know they have attackers now, and they almost won the game last time around against Newcastle. But I can see Everton trying to salvage some pride in this home game, and hopefully he can get some attacking returns. While I kept Isaac there and Muniz up front.
Yeah, looks good. I mean, you have Ipswich with Muniz, and we all saw what Haaland did against Ipswich. So let's see. Also with Everton, I do agree it's a home fixture. It's a good one. I mean, I trust Dish a bit, but let's see how the players deliver on the pitch.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, and you do have a strong bench cover with Bernard Armstrong as well, so yeah, good team match for these couple of transfers in your midfield.
Yeah, so for this week, my benching options is not that great, especially with the fixtures. But I think when this lays up for the next 3 game weeks where I can rotate more heavily. But this week, I'm just, going all in on my midfield. Hopefully they all do return and Palmer stays in that center position. Because if he does stay in that center attacking mid, we also saw last week, he can get 3 assists and 1 goal. Even if he gets half of that, that's still a good return.
Yeah, definitely. Then let's go to my team. So, like Michael, I have Henderson in goal. Seemed like a fairly good player to have before Palace decided to tell all their players almost. Henderson with just 1 point, then Burn with 1 point, Trent and Porro getting the clean sheet with 6 points. Then Johnson in the midfield hasn't yet delivered on the expectations that I had from Johnson, but I'm still happy that he at least has been playing all the games. So blank, but 3 points because of the clean sheet. Salah 10 points, Smith Rowe 10 points, Gordon 10 points. So the rest of the midfield did deliver. Then up top, I have Muniz, Haaland, and Isaac. Haaland captain. I mean, for game week 2, those of us who had Haaland, there was at least one decision less to make. Just basically captain Haaland and don't even think about it. And he also delivered, so that's good. And the triple captain was a thing to think about, but I still don't repent the decision I made because I really wanted to see how Ipswich would do away from home, and clearly they didn't do that well. They started the game quite well and were attacking, scored that one goal. They could have then went deep and stopped it, but City were too much for them, and especially De Bruyne. De Bruyne just rolled over them pretty much.
Yeah, they conceded, I think, 3 goals in the span of 4 minutes. But other than that, it was just like that one goal at the 88th minute of Haaland. So I want to say they played good, except for that 4 minute stretch. But here, obviously, they played Liverpool and City in their first two tests. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they bounce back, you know.
Yeah. Let's see how they play in the rest Premier League. I mean, you cannot take too much from this match of Ipswich. Manchester City is definitely going to be tough for them. All right, then let's look at my transfers. So these transfers that I did are mostly dictated by price changes. Mikolenko out for Robinson. So I saw that Mikolenko was going to go down. Everton defense has already not been good. I don't have that much faith in Mikolenko as Michael maybe. But and also Robinson got an assist, could have got 2 assists in the last game. And with Fulham now even having Anderson from Palace, so more strengthening their defense. Then for the midfield, I made another change, which was Johnson to Rogers. As mentioned, Johnson hasn't delivered yet. He is playing, which is a good sign. But last game, I was watching the City game, but I kept monitoring Rogers, like the rating that the players get throughout the game. And it seemed like Johnson was almost the worst performing player. And with Spurs winning 4-0, he had no contribution at all. So this was a bit of a bummer. And also with Villa's fixtures, I wanted some Villa covers. So didn't have money enough to go to Watkins from Muniz. I didn't want to sell Haaland at this moment or Isaac. So Rogers seems like a good option. At 5 million, also I could save money there. So maybe if I want to upgrade, for example, Gordon to someone else or someone in the defense, then that option also opens up for me.
Yeah, I just want to say, did you catch every single price rise? Because you have 100.6 million. That's a lot.
So not sure about the other ones. I just got so Mikolenko went down. I was able to transfer him out before that. I got Robinson for his price rise and I got Rogers for his price rise.
Yeah, so you have Robinson Rose, Rogers Rose, Smith Rose, Holland Rose, Salah Rose, and Porro also Rose, right?
Exactly. But this squad value could be a bit attracting, right? Because they have to still increase one more time to actually contribute.
Otherwise, you have all the layer roles, which is always against line, right?
Yeah. I mean, last season, this was one thing that I at all take into account, because last season, I remember at the start of the season, it felt like price wouldn't be a problem at all because there were so many cheap players and so on. But by the time we reached the wildcard stage, started feeling like that maybe having more value could help. And this season, it's even more important. So I'm trying to just do something different than last season. All right. So I think we reviewed our teams, reviewed our transfers. That's it for this video. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.